What's good, everyone? Bryson Price here, back with another live stream. We do this 2 to 3 times a week, so if you're new here, then go ahead and jump on board, subscribe, and yeah, you can expect about 2 to 3 music production live streams a week, plus additional videos and stuff like that. But today, what I'm going to be doing is taking a song that I made back in August. I never quite finalized it and finished it, so I'm going to let y'all hear this song here, and I'm gonna try to finish it, and just, I guess I'll try to release this song in about maybe a month and a half from now or so, but that's what I'll be doing today. It's a melodic rhythm type song, kind of like Disciple Records or like Chime or Rushdown Records or Ace Ara. It's not going to sound exactly like what they released because it has like my own style to it, but something along those lines, like that's definitely where this song was inspired from. So yeah, come hang out today. That's what we'll be doing. So what's up, Connor? How you doing, man? So let me show you what I've got so far, and it's actually been probably about a month since I've listened to this also. But let's take a listen here.
Demons bleed when your boy hit the scene.
Cool. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate that, man. So, just on listening back, I hear some things that I want to fix. Actually, there's a couple media files missing here. I had some background ambience with the water file or water sound effect, and then it looks like I had a shaker. So let's go ahead and put those back in here. That might have been on a build-up where I had that playing. But yeah, so that's the song. I just hear a couple things that need, like mixing wise, I guess, that need to be fixed, and not just mixing. Like there's some parts in the drop that I want to bring out and bring to attention a little bit better. But yeah, I like it so far. And then also I need to extend it, maybe add a second drop, add a little bit of variation in the second drop. But I like this for an outro. And then maybe adding a couple sounds in the build-up to make it more full. And so I'm actually a really big fan of Ace Ara. He makes some really good music, and to be quite honest, he's actually one of the reasons why I'm still making EDM. I mean, like, just the stuff he puts out is really inspiring. Better than a lot of the artists that are even way bigger than him, you know. So shout out to him. He's making some great music. I'm going to import this song of his into the Ableton project, and I want to use it as like a reference file. Now, is everything working okay as far as the mic and the volume of the song here? It looks like my mic's working okay. Is the volume of Ableton okay too? Everything sounding good? It should be. Everything should be good, but every now and then I forget to check a setting or something. Cool. That's good to hear, Connor. So let's check out this song. So the point of me playing this is so that I can reference it, because I want it to hit as hard as his song. I'm not sure if I'll be able to achieve the same loudness, but that's gonna be the goal, is to have that as like a reference track here. So let's play my drop now and see how it compares. That main sound I feel like could be a little bit louder. Let's see where it's at. Everything else sounds pretty good. I really like this sound right here. So this, I guess the main sound is a couple different sounds. I'm having to go back through this project because I don't remember what I did, to be honest. OnKit, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing a little bit, I guess this is going to be more like mixing heavy. I guess this project's going to be more like mixed down heavy, arrangement heavy, not so much creating things from scratch, but maybe filling up the beat, adding certain things here and there to make it hit harder, that sort of thing today. So I'm trying to find the main parts of the drop here. Well, OnKit, I appreciate you being here, man. So that's the sound I want to bring out. I need to bring that out a little bit more. So maybe what I'll do here is I'm going to separate... let's put this on its own track, because sometimes I've noticed when you have too many things in a group and you're trying to make everything loud, it doesn't really work very well. It works a lot better if you have things kind of like separated in different groups, and that's because of the OTT. Like the OTT will squish everything together so that you can get the sound loud. But if you don't have things separated on their own groups, I found that they all kind of get squished together. So let's make this wider also. Now let me hear how that sounds in mono. I'm gonna see what it sounds like if I put a chorus on there. I feel like the sound kind of decreases a little bit when it goes into mono. Whenever you widen something that much, it kind of affects the sound. So let's try out like a chorus here. Let's put it right by the wider. Ansley, what's up, man? Alright, let's hear what happens if I turn up this wider. Let's actually put this on the master here. Let's put it right after. Oh, somehow, okay. Doing good, man? That's good to hear. So that sounds a lot wider now that I have this chorus on here. Let's hear how it sounds in mono. So I have a hotkey. When I hit the equals button on my keyboard, it turns the little mono feature on my master track. I just routed it like that. I hit Control K, and then I routed it to the equal sign on my keyboard. So that's just like a quick way for me to check mono, and it's important when you're mixing to check mono, especially when you're doing like stereo widening effects and like chorus effects. Is super important to always check mono when you've made a decision on that. Alright, so to me that sounds cool. It just sounds like a little bit chorused, which is fine, but it doesn't like disappear. What you're looking for when you take it into mono, you don't want the sound to disappear. So that's really important. Sometimes when you go out really wide, the sound will disappear. Randy, what's up, man? Alright, I like how it sounds there. And then so without the chorus. It just sounds a little bit wider with that. Yeah. Zivo, what's up, man? You said a little too early for me, but I'll be back hopefully maybe in an hour. That's cool, man. No problem. So this week, we are pushing my daughter's nap time back, and the reason why I'm able to live stream is because she's sleeping. So when she's awake, I can't do anything. So there's about a 3-hour window when she's sleeping that I can live stream, and so this week, because it's daylight savings time, we're pushing back her nap time 15 minutes. So I guess yesterday was, I don't remember. But anyway, I decided to do the live stream today at 11:45 p.m. Central Time because I put her to bed at 11:30 this morning. So, which she's still not asleep yet. I think she's having trouble adjusting. But that's why I've got the time change going on here. So I think I'm going to. Do you hear how this right here is sequenced just like on the downbeat like that? And then this one is like, it's got some rhythm to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mimic that same rhythm with that sound that is stacked in there. So what I'm going to do here is, yeah, let's go ahead and automate this rate. So I'm going to just copy my automation from this one. This should work. This should be fine here. Just copy that automation down here. Okay. It's not going to be that easy. So let me go ahead and copy this just in case I mess things up. I'm going to... no, I'm not going to freeze that. But let's just copy that. And I'm going to match this, the shape of this serum here. I'm going to match that with this one down here. Then it should sound the same. Because right now it's like this. So let's go ahead and match that. Alright, let's see what happens if I put this down an octave. DDA, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. I don't really like the way those sounds stack. Maybe that was just bad sound choice in the beginning by me. Or maybe this is just too loud. Let's see if I turn it down. I think that's better. I'm getting so many phone calls, guys, from like, I'm getting so many political phone calls. I need to let me put my phone on airplane mode. I use my phone as my camera. Yeah, I've been getting so many political phone calls, and they're all Democratic people, like with the Democratic Party, which makes me wonder. Uh, Maybe like Joe Biden is really scared of losing, and like the Democrats are really scared that they're gonna lose, and they're having to like um, pay a lot of money for other representatives to like reach out to people to persuade them. That's just my theory. I'm not really political at all, you know. I tend to lean more towards Republican values, but I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat. But it's just kind of fishy to me. Why is it that it's only Democrats reaching out to me? And I'm getting so many text messages, so many phone calls. It's just crazy. And so I'm just blocking like everybody who texts me or calls me like on a political move. Like I'm just blocking them because it's pretty annoying. Alright, so I like the way that sounds. Kind of more in the background. Ankit, you like this chain, man? Thank you. This was like $4 at a home improvement store. I cut it myself. I went there, I measured it out, and I cut it. So yeah, I like it. I like it too, man. Alright, so I like the way those sound together. Let me, I'm gonna play this out again from the beginning. And my daughter still hasn't gone to sleep yet. Usually she has gone to sleep. So I'm just gonna check the monitor real quick while this plays and see what's up. I'm gonna go check in there, make sure she has everything she needs in her crib, and then I'm gonna be right back.
Demons bleed when your boy hit the scene.
Yeah, so do you hear the second half of that? I hadn't changed that, and it sounds a lot worse. I like the change that I made here. This. So check out this part here. I like this part right. Yeah, it sounds good. I like that. What I might do is kind of, let's see what happens if I put this in the background with some reverb a little bit more. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Ansley said it would be cool if New Heaven Volume 2 were posted on iTunes. It probably won't ever be posted on iTunes just because it's got other people's copyrighted material in there, you know? Did you ever check out New Heaven Volume 3 by chance? Let me put a small reverb on this. Let's hear how that sounds. I like that. I like it with that reverb. So now let's copy the automation for that second half here. Grab the Serum LFO rate. Let's just copy that for the rest of the drop. Copy it down here. Yeah, I like that. Ansley said, I don't think I've seen it yet. Man, I released New Heaven Volume 3. Check it out. Go to my, let's see. I wonder if I have it in my releases, my official releases. Let's see. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, man, you're going to really like it. If you like New Heaven Volume 2, I don't know if I added it onto, I should probably add it into this playlist. But check it out here. It's in my releases, Bryson Price releases playlist. And it's just a couple songs down here. New Heaven Volume 3. But yeah, you're going to like that though. I'm not sure why this is not playing. Let me see. Drag this again. Yeah, for some reason it's not playing. Yeah, only playing the second half of that. Huh. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, okay. I had it on the wrong one. So there we go. Oh, that still didn't do it. Oh, maybe it's being triggered by this one down here. Yeah, that's it right there. Alright, let's hear how that sounds together.
Demons flee when your boy hit the scene.
So to me it sounds a little bit messy. Yeah, that sounds a little bit messy. I think I'm going to add like a... I need to make it more like of a sharp cut on those parts. And then there's a variation that comes in. On that part, I want to make that part more noticeable. So maybe I can stack this with another sound. So let's just copy that there. Delete everything but that part. So this MIDI right here, let's do this. I'll copy this over here. And then we're just gonna stack this. I'm gonna delete all of that. And then I'm gonna pick another sound here. Let's add an OTT. And a compressor. then I'm gonna take out some of these notes down here. And then let's trigger this. I'm gonna name this something different and then have this triggering the vocoder. This project is really big right now. It's got well over 100 tracks. It's kind of overwhelming because there's so many tracks to work with here. 130 tracks. So yeah, now let's pick a different sound here. Let's pick a different serum sound. And I may need to make that follow that same LFO pattern as this one here. But let's see how it sounds in the mix. Yeah, it definitely is going to need to follow that same pattern. That's kind of a cool sound. Let's change the shape here. And then let's put that shape on the level so it controls the amplitude of the sound. That's not going to work. Let's change some of these vocoder parameters here. See how that sounds. That's kind of cool. Let me see what happens if I mute this one for now. I like that sound though. Yeah, because then that kind of takes over, which is cool. It takes over the sound. With this one in here, let's see if we could put it in, maybe decrease the volume. If that doesn't work, I'll just take it out. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this sound, I'm going to change the Let's change the trigger. This, I think it's being triggered by this one here. Let me just double check. Vocode 4. I should have named these better. Yeah, it's being triggered by vocode, by trigger 2 here. So let's make it get triggered by that pattern there. But let's move it down an octave. Let's see what it sounds like up an octave. Yeah, let's do that. And then now put this new one in here. Yeah, I like that. So now let's fine tune this this volume envelope here. It was like that. Now let's move it like this. And then let's see what happens if I put a reverb on that. Alright, let's listen to the reference track over here. So I think mine is too loud. You might think louder is better. And a lot of times it feels like it is, but sometimes if something's too loud, like if the mids are too loud, it might be taken away from the bass. It might be cutting out the bass a little bit when you're pushing everything to its limits like it is here. So we can actually turn things down a little bit, which is good. You know, that's a good sign. At least it's not sounding puny and low in volume. So let's turn everything down just a little bit here. Let's turn down. Let's turn this sound down a little bit. Let's just go with like -2 dB for now. And on this one, let's go -2 on this one also. All right. JC, what's up, man? And then I could probably turn this one down too. Yeah, man, getting the wubs out today. What's up, Raw Art? Thanks for tuning in, man. Alright, I'm gonna listen to this in mono. Now I'm gonna listen to this in mono. You said, I think that's the fastest dub that just flows. Thank you, man. I feel like the cuts aren't very sharp, and I may need to bounce this into audio to perfect it. I'm just kind of trying to avoid doing that, but I think I'm gonna have to. I think that's the only thing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save this. Let's go ahead and save this here. Yeah, and I'm gonna start bouncing some of this to audio. It might make the project run a little bit smoother too, because I mean we're at 130 tracks and I'm live streaming, so it's like when I hit save, it takes a little bit for it to save just because the project's getting so big. Let me save this. I like to, before I make any big changes, I like to make a just in case file. So that's what I'm doing here. That way, if I make some kind of mistake, I could always come back to it. JC said, is this actually considered Riddim? Yeah, man, it's considered like melodic Riddim or like color bass. It's kind of like a new wave that's been coming up lately. And I think Virtual Riot even came out with a new song, and I think it's like this style sort of, you know. Now, since I saved that, there's been a little bit of a glitch in Ableton, so let's go ahead and shut this down, and let's bring it back. And just wait for this. Okay, it's shut down, so let's bring it back. And I'm going to start bouncing some of this stuff to audio, and then I can make the chops a little bit smoother once it's in audio. JC said, true, I'm going to go check it out real quick. Yeah, man, I think it's on UKF on their YouTube channel. Yeah, you can see it's taking it a little bit longer to load up because the project's just getting so big. I must have like 30 serums opened up in that project. And even a computer like this, you know, it runs a little bit slower than a normal project when you get that many things going on. So, let's do this. Let's do this here. I'm going to bounce some of these. Connor, what's up? You're back. Thanks for coming back. So let's go ahead and just delete what I have over here. Well, actually, now I kind of want to listen to some of my other ideas I had laid down here. Alright, so I'm gonna delete all of that. I don't want the bounced file to be super long. I've saved a copy of this in case I want to go back, but I'm just gonna delete all this stuff for now. Delete all the unnecessary stuff that we don't need. This took me like 3 live streams to make. That like EDM takes me so long to make compared to like hip hop. That's part of the reason why I like making other genres, is because EDM takes so much intricate detail and so much time, and you don't put out as much content, you know. That's one of the reasons why. And also, I kind of felt like I wasn't making it anywhere with EDM. I mean, to some extent, you know, making small moves here and there, but yeah, like, I just feel like it was a better bet for me to, like, do something where I could churn out more content, like, quicker, you know? Alright, so on the drop part, let's start bouncing some of these to audio. So I'm gonna freeze that. Actually, let's do this. I'll freeze and flatten multiple at the same time. So let's freeze and flatten all of these. And then, so like I said, this will do two things. When you freeze and flatten, it makes the project run a little bit faster. And then also, when you're trying to do something specific, it's always good to have like the audio file, because then you can make cuts exactly where you need. And it's just a lot easier, in my opinion, to work with audio than it is with MIDI. Especially if you're trying to perfect like the timing and get like the cuts just right, you know. Let's do some of these here, like some of the main sounds. I'm gonna freeze and flatten all these sounds here. Let me go ahead and crop the clips here so it only gets the parts I have there. So if you're in the live stream right now, I'd like to see you drop a comment below and let me know if you're a producer or if you're just like a fan of music. Like just a listener, I guess. You're not actually creating music, but I'd like to hear what y'all have to say. Are you a producer, or maybe a DJ, or do you just like listening to music? I'd like to hear what y'all have to say. Connor, you said pretty much both. That's cool, man. I'm looking over at the live stream on my laptop. It looks like somebody disliked the live stream. Somebody didn't like my version of Melodic Riddim, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it really doesn't bother me, like, when I get hateful comments and stuff, or like people disliking my videos. Ultimately, in the end, it helps me either way, whether you like the video or you dislike the video. Ultimately, and if you leave a hateful comment, it helps me in the end, because it triggers the algorithm. Like every single comment that you get, or every single like or dislike you get, it helps, you know, it helps with the engagement of your video. So it really doesn't bother me at all. On my most successful video on YouTube, I've gotten so many hateful comments on there. It's crazy. Alright, so I got that frozen, and let me see if I could freeze. I'm going to freeze these vocoded deals here. Let's freeze that. And then I'll flatten that, and then I'm going to freeze this next one, and then I'll be done for now, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it comes with age, like confidence in yourself too about what you're doing. I think it's because I've been doing music so long. I'm pretty confident in what I have to offer. I don't think I'm the best, you know, but I'm confident in my skills, and just been through a lot in life in general to just not really care what other people think, you know, and to just kind of do what I like, and I'm like confident in doing that. So I think that that also helps, you know, not in not caring what other people think. I don't know why I felt like I needed to share that, but that was just on my mind. I think some of it is like when you're trying to learn how to create music, when people give you feedback, you don't really know. It's tough because like if they say it's good, you don't know if they're just saying it's good because they're trying to be nice to you, or you don't know if they, you know, if somebody thinks it's bad, you don't know if it's bad because it has a bad mix, or if they don't think that you're good at making music, or if they don't like your style. You know, there's just so many different like subjective measures along with the objective measures, like the actual mix of the song, which if you're not confident in that, you know, that can create a lot of problems too. So it's just a lot of learning and ups and downs that goes into like making music, you know. So I'm gonna delete some of these tracks that I don't need now. I wish I could flatten a group. I don't think I know how to do that. That would be helpful. I'm gonna delete this track. Just trying to delete stuff that I don't need here. Um, it's just kind of overwhelming, like how many tracks I have. Thank you, Raw Art. I appreciate that, man. And you know, it's people like you who give me confidence in my art, because I know there's people out there that like my music. So like, I guess that's part of it when you get hateful comments and stuff. Um, and yeah, like I guess when you get hateful comments, you know that there's people out there who like your music. And I think a lot of, so I really like what Gary Vee has to say about people leaving hateful comments. You know, it's not just me, you know, like I think the bigger you get as an artist, or as a, like, I guess whatever niche you're in, um, the bigger you get, the more hateful comments you get, because there's people that are jealous of you as you start increasing in popularity. They're kind of salty because they're not in that position. But I really like what Gary Vee has to say, in that he says that we should have like extreme empathy towards people who leave really bad comments, you know, on your posts, or on your, you know, on your pages and stuff, because they are in such a crappy place in their life that they are taking time out of their day to leave like a hateful comment and try to drag somebody else down, you know, like, so we should have like extreme empathy towards those people, and not try to like combat back and like, you know, get the last word, but just be like really like sorry for them, but not in a way that it's like making you feel better because, oh, you know, they're like, I'm so sorry for them, that, you know, like that sort of thing. But like, you should really feel empathy towards them, and maybe like pray for them, because like they're such in a bad spot that they have to take time out of their day, which we all only have 24 hours in a day. Like they're wasting their time commenting, like leaving bad posts on people's pages, you know. JC said, "Nice, man. That VR song does have the same vibes that this one has." Yeah, man. And I'm actually I'm not at all taking credit for like starting this genre. This was, I would say, if anybody started this was Ace Ara. You know, he had the vision for like melodic rhythm before anyone else did it, I think. JC said, and yeah, that one troll you keep dealing with, you should just ban him. It's annoying. I mean, I was saying this before. It's okay. I don't just have like one person that leaves bad comments and stuff. I get multiple people, but but it actually helps me. Like, whether if you're in here right now and you want to help me, hit that like button. That helps, or leave a comment. But either way, whether you hit the like or the dislike button, it helps me either way. So whichever one you want to hit is cool with me. Randy said, just based on pure numbers, the more people that see your work, the higher probability that some of them are going to have a bad attitude. Yeah, that's totally true. That's why you see like huge artists, or not just artists. I'm not just talking about artists. I'm talking about anybody who has a platform. So whatever field you're in, there's people doing great things in various fields, but they get such hateful comments, and that just comes with it. With popularity comes hate. And I'm not by any means saying that I'm popular or anything, because I'm not. I'm just getting started. But the more you increase your popularity, the more hate you get. That's totally right. So I'm actually going to bounce this out here. Let's see if I could put all of these effects. Actually, I'll keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. Well, I changed my mind. Let me bounce this out. Let's do this. I'm gonna set up multiple things here. So I'm gonna take this 69 track. This is gonna take audio from 67. So audio to 69 in, and then this one's gonna take audio from vocoded. No, let's do. It's gonna take audio from vocode 4. Audio from vocode 4, and then let's go ahead and just bounce that audio out here. Alright, that didn't work out how I wanted it to. Let's try this again. Zivo, you said, where do you get your serum presets? So I made these presets. I made them on a live stream a while back. But I get them from Splice or Cymatics, or I make them, those ways. Raw Art, you said, just continue to bless them with your music. Yeah, man. That's all you get. That's all you can do. Just be confident in your work. Keep your head down. Or keep your head up, but put your head down and work, And yeah, that's all you can do, for sure. I agree with that. JC, you said the same thing you're already doing. Just try adding that at the end, like an orchestral hit. I guess I'm trying to figure out what you said. Maybe you can expand on that, JC. Let me see. I'm going to try to record this in here again. Alright, it looks like it's clipping a little bit. Let me put K-clip on this track. And then let me see if I can... Let me see this here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and bounce this out at the same time. I'm going to need to route this to vocoded mids. And then let's try this again here.
Demons flee when your boy hit the scene.
said, I feel like an orchestral hit would vibe real good with this type of music. Yeah, that could work, man. We're exactly where you thinking. So vocoded mids, let's mute that. And then let me take this audio here. You said middle of that line that you just played. Like right here, like on where the drop, that drop hits in. On that part, like when that kick hits. That was kind of cool though. Let me turn this down. That might be clogging up some of the sound a little bit. JC, you said, oh, that's sick. Without these right here. Maybe I could do that like on the second drop. Take some of the sounds out, you know? Let me make these chops a little bit more intense here. And see if that sounds good. Yeah, I like that too, man. And then this one. Definitely this one needs to be a little bit smoother. Just trying to make these sound a little bit like, sound like more cuts. Let's hear how that sounds in context. Let's see if that made a difference. I'm just gonna drag this out. I feel like it made a difference. I don't know if I'm hearing things. If y'all hear anything different, I'm open to hearing what y'all have to say, but I feel like that helped it sound smoother though. Alright, so that part definitely needs to be more defined. Maybe what I can do is take a utility. That way I can just copy and paste instead of actually cutting the audio. Something kind of like that. So without it, now let me copy and paste this utility up here. I don't think I'm going to go as intense on that one. Maybe something more like that. Maybe that's just a little bit too intense. You said, hey man, I love what you're working on. I'm gonna go shower and stuff. I'll catch you tomorrow. Alright man, thanks for hopping in and saying what's up and have a good evening. Let's make that a little bit less intense, the chops. Yeah, let's just copy and paste that all the way down. So without it, Yeah, I think it sounds a lot more defined like that, you know?
Demons bleed when your boy hit the scene.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and put these. I like doing the those chops with the gain knob. Alright, so I'm going to come down here and chop some of these parts. I mean, you might think, why can't you do this on MIDI? You could do it on MIDI, and it would be easier, but on MIDI you can't see exactly where the audio is, and that's the problem. Like right here, I'm chopping it right where the audio is, and it's kind of bothering me that it's a little bit delayed. I don't know if that's because of the side chain, or if it's because I had LFO tool on it, but it sounds good to me, so that's all that matters, I guess. So it doesn't sound like it's offbeat to me. Alright, so now I want to fix, maybe this part's going to be a little bit harder to fix. I might need to bounce this out on its own. I mean, it's okay. I feel like I could make it more defined if I bounce it to audio, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that right now. Let me just make a little note here. Better chops on this part. I was more concerned about the main part. Thank you, man. I think it sounds better with those, like, it was really tedious. It took me about 20 minutes to maybe 20 or 30 minutes to chop that and to bounce it out and stuff, but I think it sounds a lot better. What do you think? Do you think it sounds better since I added those chops in there? Yeah, I think so too. Let me hear how it sounds on the laptop. I think it sounds pretty clean. I'm gonna listen to it again. Yeah, I think it sounded pretty crisp through the laptop also, so that's a good sign. I do still think that maybe it's a little bit too loud. Let me just turn I'm going to turn these main sounds down here just a little bit. Let me solo these sounds and hear him soloed with the other sounds I have around them. Like some of these sounds up here. I'm gonna delete some of these here. Yeah, that sounds good. I just deleted that one there. Connor, you said, do you do the car test? Yeah, man, I do. I can't finish a song unless I hear it in the car. I have a 10-inch in my car, and it makes it has a big impact on my mixes. Like sometimes it sounds great through the headphones, but I just need to hear it in the car because I know if it's sounding right or not. Like the bass, the way it hits in the car, I can hear if I have the mids turned up too high. A lot of times in the headphones, I can't hear if I have the mids turned up too high unless I'm referencing it to another song because it sounds good in the headphones. But if the mids are too high, it takes away from the bass. And I do have a sub pack. So a sub pack is for hearing the sub frequencies, but sometimes the headphones kind of mask, they mask that your mids are too loud sometimes. So yeah, I have to hear it in the car. Alright, let me turn the other part back on. The main sounds. Let me turn it way down. And then bring the volume back up slow. So it looks like my sub bass is too loud. I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit here. I think -5 dB would be perfect for this song. Randy, you said you added a note in Ableton, right? How did you do that? Added a note? What do you mean by added a note in Ableton? Oh, a comment? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, so you come up here to the timeline and you right click and you say add locator. Yeah, that's how you do it. Connor, you said, are these Ableton stock sounds? No, they're not. So the sub bass is one that I made in Serum. A lot of the song was made in Serum. If you could let me know if you have a specific sound in mind, I could kind of maybe point you in how I made it. But like these sounds here. That was a sound in Serum that I triggered with a vocoder and made it sound like that. Yeah, Randy, that's really useful for me. I use it all the time. Alright, let's listen back to the reference track. Alright, so his snare is hitting like wider than mine, so let me see what I can do about that. It looks like I have two of the same snare playing, which is not good. Let's go ahead and mute that one. Actually, delete that one. I actually have it in the build-up. Maybe that's why I have it there. Let's make this one wide. Make it wider. And then actually I'm gonna put another snare here. And let's put it all the way out to the left. Take wider off. And then let me put like a clap. I'll make a like a distinct clap sound. A little bit, just up a little bit.
Like how long?
Like 30 minutes. Let's see. That one might work. Let's put this one here. Cut out a lot of those lows. And then shorten up the sample. Cut out a lot more of those lows. So doing that really widens up that snare sample a ton. I like the way that sounds. So now I need to balance it out on the other side. It could work with that one. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's one of the tricks I use for widening up my sounds. Connor, you said for your sub basses, do you create the same sound and just take it an octave down, or use a sub and play the same notes? You could do that. It really depends on the song. Like for this type of music, that would make sense to keep that same rhythm. You know, that's really you just want that sub to play the same rhythm. I like the way that sounds best. So I got those two. Let's, just to make this one different, let's put a little bit of saturation here. Down a little bit. So another trick I like to do when I'm doing this sort of thing is to automate that to go, like to automate the snare to go left and right. So when I have something panned hard right and hard left like that, and especially if it's a snare, so that it's not just hitting on the same, like it just sounds way more complex when you have it going back and forth like this. So that's what I'm going to do here for these snares. And it's a really subtle thing that you can't hear, but you can kind of feel it though. And I want this snare to punch a little bit harder. This one here. So let's put this OSR on here and increase the drive. And actually, I'm going to do something else on this. I'm going to put my multi-splitter on here to really make it punch. And all this is just separating the lows, the mids, and the highs from each other. Now let me go back and listen to his. I'm going to turn down those claps a little bit. I should probably actually label them claps. Clap 1, clap 2. Let's go ahead and get this fade in here a little bit, like. Connor, you said, is that Camel Crusher free? Yeah, man, it is, and it's an amazing plugin. The next thing I think I might need to do is increase the level of my percussion. It actually might be at a good level. Let's go ahead and put this into the second half of the drop here. Okay, so the second half of the drop, I didn't bounce that part out. That was an accident, but that's cool. I wanted to make sure I had a good solid, that I could make the drop sound solid. Because everything else is downhill. If you can get a good solid, like, foundation for the drop, a good mix, you know, then everything else will fall into place. I'm gonna put my sub pack on real quick. I want to hear what the bass frequencies feel like. I'm gonna listen in mono. I'm actually gonna turn down my percussion a little bit. Let's first let's decrease the volume in the mid section a little bit, and then let's just turn it down by 1 dB. And then let's turn this down by 1 dB also. And then also turn that all down by 1 dB. It'd be cool to make that sub bass follow some of those notes in this section here. Connor, the backpack is to feel the sub frequencies. This thing vibrates, and so I could get a good mix on a song. It's like I can feel the bass frequencies. It's kind of like taking it out to the car. It's not a substitute for that, but it kind of is like like getting a. Like, before I take it out to the car, I see if it feels right in here first, you know? Alright, let me hear his mix here. So if I'm listening, honestly, I think his sounds a lot heavier, which is cool with me, you know. It's the sound choice that he picked. Mine does not have, like, the main sound here does not have a lot of, like, that heavy tone to it, which is, that's okay with me, if it doesn't sound as heavy. Like, those sounds are not very, they're not very heavy sounds, I guess. They're more like they're higher on the frequency spectrum. And also the pattern of this sub here does not completely follow the pattern of the mid bass here. So maybe I could change that. Hi. Come here. Come here. Look. So I'm trying to make this one stutter in the same way. Yeah, like that. Let's hear how it sounds in there. So here too. It needs a stutter here. Let's hear if this part's accurate. Let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna see if I can make it not cut off all the way, just kind of. That makes it sound heavier when you don't cut it off all the way like that. I do sometimes, Connor. Sometimes I use stock wavetables. A lot of the stuff I have is like free cymatic sample packs that they've released, you know. Let's see if I bring this up. Maybe put this one an octave down, like. No, baby. Go to your mama. Go to mama. Come on. Go to mama. She was about to climb on my laptop.
Come on. Mira, ¿quieres ver la televisión? Mira. Sounds like
Maybe it sounds better if it's not as fast. Or maybe make that first part fast and then the second half a little bit slower.
Hey, hey.
Maybe what I'll do is put a limiter on that. And then I could push it a little bit more. put a limiter here. I'll have to hear how that sounds in the car. I love those instruments that I used on that last part. I just feel like it sounds so different. It's 3 different plugins. Yeah, I just love the sound of that. That sounds cool and different. Alright, let's reference again. Reference the song. So there's a trade-off, you know, like his song sounds heavier. My song sounds like it has a little bit more high frequencies in it. I guess, you know, the more mids and heavy sounds you have, the less you could fit in high frequencies, you know. So it's just a trade-off, you know, it's just a difference in sound choice, I guess.
Demons flee when your boy hit the scene.
So this part, I need to refine this part. It's just not really... Maybe if I put it on a separate track. So let's put that part on its own track since I have everything else turned down by 6 dB and maybe just making it sound weak. That's the only thing playing, so yeah, that might do it. And then maybe turn down some of the other sounds. I feel that like there's just a lot of noise going on in that part. So maybe on here, what I'll do is take a utility tool and then just turn it down in that one part. So I was actually debating whether or not to live stream today because I was doing this part of the process of a song. I went ahead and decided to because I thought some of the people would find it interesting. But I feel like some of the people who watch, they prefer to watch me make something new. And honestly, I'd prefer to make something new, but sometimes you just have to finish songs because if you didn't ever finish anything, you wouldn't release anything. So it's just like, you know, business day today where, you just have to finish up a song, and I was debating whether or not to do it offline. I was about to, but then I decided to go ahead and do it online. That's creating a lot of noise in the mix. Maybe I'll take, I was thinking maybe I could like make that choppy like this other part over here. Too bad I didn't chop this part with audio. With the utility tool, I mean. Oh, I accidentally deleted that part there. Okay. I'm gonna have to, so I'll probably have to go ahead and re-chop this here anyway. Let's just go ahead and do it with the audio tool. The utility tool, I mean. Let's hear how that sounds. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to chop this part. So I'm gonna make these chops more like those first ones. Alright, so I want to hear what this is gonna sound like if I make this sound go left and right, like hard left and right in the ears. This one here. Maybe all the way left and right will be a little bit too much, but then I can change it. And then we'll go faster on this part. So like. Let's go 40 left and 40 right. Maybe 30 left and 30 right. Let's try that. Maybe 25. I don't want it to stick out too much. I think that's perfect right there. So copy and paste this part over there. I may take out the sub bass in this part. I don't know, it doesn't sound right without it, but I'll have to listen to it in the car and see how it sounds. If it's like the groove is thrown off, something else might be needed here. Maybe like an 808 drop or something. I don't know. Let me hear what an 808 drop would sound like. Let's do like a pitch automation on here. Maybe like all the way down to 24. Let's see what that would sound like. Or maybe instead of starting up like that, maybe I'll go up and then come down. Maybe it should just go down to 12. So that's where it needs to end. It might be a little bit too intense. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I'll keep it there just to show, in case it sparks an idea later. Oh, like that, I like like that. I like that. So bringing that up an octave, like. Maybe like this. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then let me take the MIDI I played on this part. Where is it? I may not have it anymore. I need to go back into the old project I have here and grab that MIDI. Just grab that trigger. And then what I'm going to do is take that little note variation and try to put it into the sub and see if it sounds good. I actually probably need this one here. Let me go ahead and save this project just in case Ableton crashes. Yeah, it takes a while to process. This project is taking a while to process just because it's so big. Yeah, it's taking a really long time to save. It never takes this long. Alright, so I'm going to delete this one actually, and I'm going to grab this one that I named Solo Trigger. Yeah, sorry for the delay here. It's just taking a really long time to drag in this stuff because the project's so big. That's part of the reason why I've been lazy to finish this song. It's because everything you do in here takes a long time because it's like 133 tracks. Alright, so I'm going to try to put this on the sub and see what that sounds like. Pretty cool. Let's just go ahead and quantize that. Put it exactly on beat. And actually quantize the end of it too, so it stretches all the way to the end of the bar. Yeah, I like the way that sounds. So maybe one thing I can do here to make it smoother is automate a pitch bend here. Instead of having it go up like that, what I'll do is just automate the pitch bend. And then have it like come up smooth instead of like all of a sudden. Alright, so Ableton still has that pitch bend glitch. It'd be great if they would fix that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because anytime you use the pitch bend, it like puts everything up an octave. So we'll do it like this. Yeah, it sounds a lot smoother like that. So let's go ahead and move everything down an octave because now that I'm using the pitch bend, Ableton just bumped everything up an octave. So let's go ahead and join all of these clips here. Move everything down. So it would be really cool right here if I did like a reverse 808. Now I'm regretting that I deleted that track, so let me go find my 808 here. And let's do a reverse 808 because there's like a little space where everything kind of cuts out. So like right in here. And then I'm actually going to take this a step further and I'm going to grab a utility tool and then have that reverse into here like that. Alright, that sounds pretty decent to me. I'll have to, listen to all these things in the car. Cool. Let's listen to the beginning. I love that drum I used. Where is that? That really punches. I love all those instruments I use too. Oh, it's this right here. That's the Manny Fresh. Is it kick? No, it's a tom. Yeah, that thing punches. Turn that up. I like that sound. Cut out some of those sub notes. And then I'm gonna put a convolution reverb on that and just get a really small setting. Convolution reverb almost acts as stereo widener sometimes, like the way it works.
Demons flee when your boy hit the scene.
So I've got to finish that part. That part is not done yet. Because I bounced out a little sample here to do like the chops. I bounced out a little sample of this first part, but I don't have the second part bounced out. So I still need to do that. Kind of clipping on this part. I wonder if it's because the kick's a little bit too heavy. What I could do is just throw a limiter on that part where it speeds up like that. Let's see how that sounds.
Demons flee when your boy hit the scene.
So I'd like to bring out the melody in that part. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this thing loop for a second, and I will be right back.
Hit the scene. scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
Alright, so I'm going to listen to this build up here. Make sure everything is sidechain. That's what I want to do. So this part isn't. I want to go ahead and try to, I'm going to sidechain that. So I'm going to sidechain this part too, the vocal. Let's see if I can grab the sidechain from the effects group. I might need to fine tune it.
Demons flee when you Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
And then maybe I could pan some of those snares left and right as they're building up. Yeah, I'm gonna pan these snares left and right. So let me grab a utility tool. And then let's go left and right like 30. Yeah, that adds a lot of movement when you do the panning with the claps like that.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
And then right into the drop, let's do like a reverse kick. So I'm just gonna grab this sample, same sample I used here, and then I'm just gonna reverse it. Maybe turn it down a couple dB.
Boy, hit the scene.
Alright, so now let's work on that second half of the drop. I'm going to bounce out some of those sounds. So I'm going to turn this up here. Maybe I'll bring this part down here and let's see how it sounds a little bit louder. Or maybe let me just turn it up on this part here. I'll turn it up here. Maybe I'll put like a that bass clef washout tool that I've got. Maybe I'll put that here and wash out the end of that. See how that sounds. So it just gives it some reverb there. Alright, so this is the part that I've got to bounce out here. So let me create a new track. Set the input to in. Audio from 73 group. And then let's bounce this part out here. So audio 2, 75. Actually, that's not the way you do it. I'm confusing myself here. I think that's it now. But that's weird. It's not taking that sound. Let's try this again here. Alright, I think that was it now. So let's copy this utility plugin over here. And then we want this part. So this part we probably need to copy from over here. Just go ahead and deactivate these. And then we can probably just copy and paste the end here. Just copy and paste that part, because this is the same thing here. Copy and paste this part up here too. And then also the sub bass. also this part here. Alright, so now we gotta copy and paste the sub bass. Copy and paste that 808. Cool, I think it sounded pretty solid. There's probably a couple things here and there. But yeah, it would be, I would need to go listen to this in the car to see what I'm missing. There's probably something that is just going to jump out at me when I listen to it in the car and be like, man, that sounds horrible, I need to fix that. Because that's always what happens. Usually that's what happens.
Demons bleed when you're born, hit the scene.
I think this is supposed to be like this. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the way it sounds like that. I just want to bring that part out though. I want to emphasize that synth there. So on that part, I'm gonna bring that out. Specifically on that part, I'm gonna add a saturator. I'm gonna add wider. Or actually, I'm gonna automate this like this. I like automating wider instead of just having it automate all the way on because it sounds a lot smoother. I'm gonna do that on this part too. I feel like that vocal needs to be louder. It's a little bit soft.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
Let's see if I could put another multi-splitter on there and see if that helps it. Or maybe another OTT.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. 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 Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
Maybe just a little bit too much reverb or something over here.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
Let's do like a small room.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
And I'm gonna turn off that high cut for that part.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
Actually, I'm gonna put this part, let's just copy and paste that part there, because we got the levels right already. Alright, I'm gonna group all of these and I'm gonna name them like bounced mids, and I'm actually gonna put a limiter on there just to kind of level out the volume. Let me listen to another song just so I can get a fresh perspective on what things should sound like. Alright, I feel like mine's just a little bit quieter, but that's okay with me. I'll have to listen to this in the car and see the overall mix and see how it feels, because sometimes it can be deceptive. Like, sometimes I've noticed when a song sounds quieter than another song, the louder song almost always has to compensate by either lowering the amount of sub in it or sacrificing something to get the song louder. And louder is not necessarily better in all cases. Some cases it is, not in all cases. So it can be deceptive sometimes. So that's why I just want to listen to it in the car. If it feels good in the car, I'm going to keep it like that. If it doesn't feel good and it's quieter, like in my headphones, then, you know, then I may change something. But yeah, I'll just have to see. happens if I turn this up a little bit. Let's turn it up to 0 on that.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Yeah, so I guess from here, just like I said, I need to listen to this. The mix is sounding pretty solid. I feel like it sounds a little bit different compared to my reference tracks. In a bad way, it sounds different. So I need to figure out and see if this... I need to make sure that the sub bass, the kick, and the snare all are sounding great. If those are all sounding great, then all I need to do is just turn up the volume a little bit on some of my mid basses and stuff. I could do a multi-splitter and just turn up the volume like that. It's easy to turn up the volume. What's hard is getting the sub, the kick, and the snare relationship right. It sounds like it's solid, but I need to go listen to it on a bigger sound system and see what it sounds like. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Let's listen to it one more time from the beginning. And the reason why I focus so much on the drop part is because if you get everything loud on the drop part, everything else just falls into place. So yeah, I feel like I've done all I can do right now before taking it out to the car and listening to it. So let's take a listen here. Oh, and before I sign off, let me do one more trick here. For those of you who are trying to learn tips and tricks, I like to decrease the volume right before the drop. Not quite that much. But like, let's see here. Maybe by like 2... maybe a little bit more than 2 dB. Let's see. Let's do like 2 and that. Let's do 3 dB. So just have this kind of decreasing in volume.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene.
That way it feels bigger when the song comes back in.
Demons flee when you're born, hit the scene. 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 Or hit the scene.
Alright, let's listen from the intro again. overall it sounded pretty good. And I just need to listen to it and see how it's feeling in the car, you know? So that's basically it. And hopefully I can have this song done in the next week or so, and then have it uploaded, and then I can release it in about a month or two. Probably not a month, more like a month and a half or 2 months from now. But thank you, Randy. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Everybody who tuned in today, everybody who commented. I do this, if you're watching right now and you don't usually watch my live streams, I do this 2 to 3 times every week, live stream plus other uploads. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe, and that's what you can expect from this channel. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I will catch y'all on Monday. Take care.